Morning everyone and welcome back to Marketing Monday. Today is going to be a pre-recorded one and we'll upload it separately. This is due to, I've just got a new camera and I want to do all my live streams off the camera, but I've got to wait for a HDMI to HDMI connector. It's like a mini HDMI to HDMI connector for the camera. So I can then pull it through my screencaster to cast to the rest of the internet. So today, or maybe for the next couple of weeks until I get that, we're going to be uploading them like this way. But it's trying to get the camera quality better. The camera's got its own mic on. I've got a separate mic on the camera, so hopefully the quality is of decent grade. And yeah, so basically, hopefully onwards and upwards with the quality of the actual videos. So today I want to talk about not putting all your eggs in one basket. So with that said, I've been talking to a lot of people recently who are too focused on one platform and one platform only, and they neglect all other platforms that there are for them to do their marketing on, for them to grow their presence, for them to grow their online presence and to build their business. So this is mainly coming back to too many people taking up just using Facebook pages, getting rid of websites, just using Facebook pages, or keeping their website, but literally only focusing on their Facebook pages and growing their Facebook audience. Now this is due to Facebook having an amazing way to advertise to people directly correlated to what you want to advertise to. And this is because there's a lot of information on Facebook that you can market to. A lot of people put a lot of personal information on, things that you can then track and you can then advertise to and re-advertise to. So it's a great platform, and I think it's it's the best platform at the moment if you're going to do marketing. But you shouldn't put all your eggs into that one basket. You shouldn't just do that. You shouldn't leave that one platform of the web to do all of your work on. Reason being, one, not everyone is not on Facebook. Two, your actual searchability on the web is going to be quite minimum because Facebook pages, not that they're difficult to get SEO ranked, but it's just you're not helping yourself in terms of you could have your Facebook page that comes up when someone searches for a relevant thing, your Twitter page comes up, your Google Plus Gateway page comes up, your website comes up. So that what you should be doing is looking at reach and how far you can get and how many people you can reach, rather than just I can reach a lot of people in this one pool. Now admittedly Facebook has millions and millions of users, so at the moment that's great, but that may not always be the case. It may not always be that is the surviving platform, the major platform. So it's a hard thing to say that you should definitely always be in this. But what I'm not saying is just like quit Facebook or anything. I'm saying if this is the one that's working well for you, double down on it, but make sure that you're doing something on the rest to keep it, be aware of what's happening on them, to grow audiences on them. You can produce content that you can then redistribute on all other platforms. You need to be aware of other platforms that are rising. You need to see what platforms are going to be best for you in terms of trying to grow and get new growth in. So if you're plateauing in a certain area, say you're a local business and you're plateauing on a certain platform at a certain stage, and you're thinking I'm not really getting anywhere in terms of building my business list or emails, numbers, connections on this platform from this bit, maybe there's somewhere else you can go and start trying to leverage that platform instead. For the simplest way we do this is a lot of the content we produce doesn't make it to Instagram, but Instagram has a lot of its own content that we produce for it. So we know that there's an audience on Instagram where we're looking to leverage obviously more of the visual stuff that we do, whereas we're looking to make more connections, upload content that is relevant to giving people information like this on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, LinkedIn. So it's all about trying to understanding how the platforms work, understanding what information you can give, understanding how to make connections and build your business. So yeah, don't put all your eggs in that one basket. The platform can change at any moment as well. So at the moment, the good thing about Facebook is the ad prices are low. So the reason I go back to Facebook is because this seems to be the overarching conversation I have with people. At the moment, Facebook pricing is quite low for the advertisement at the moment, because it's It's not a new thing that they've done, but it's obviously they're growing with it, and the more popular it gets, you'll start seeing the prices start to rise a bit more as people are bidding for that ad space, the higher it's going to go. So it's a bit like AdWords, Google AdWords competition. When you first got in on Google AdWords, you could make a killing because you're paying pennies for the ads, and then now obviously those keywords that everyone wants cost a lot more. So you have to be more smart and technical, and in the way that you approach those AdWords. And then the same is going to happen to Facebook. It's going to get to a point where, because everyone's advertising it because it's such a great platform, that the ads costs will go up. They will, and that may leverage you out of using it as much in terms of advertisement, or it may force you onto a new platform. Now, what platform do you go onto? Well, if you've just put all your eggs in that one basket, you won't realise where to go next. You won't understand where to look at. So maybe you've looked at Musical.ly and thought, oh, there might be something you can do there with your business. There may be another new platform coming up. There may be lots of different variables that come into this that you need to make sure that, marketing terms wise, you don't overextend into one area. You make sure that you put like an 80% effort into that one bit, but you leave some left for all the other platforms. Now, one big platform that you need to make sure that you're doubling down on is your website. I'm saying this, I'm biased because obviously I make websites for a living, but it's the only place where you can be you and get across what you do and everything, and you have 100% control over that. It's the place where you can actually, you haven't got a script that you're living to. So by having a Twitter page, a Facebook page, LinkedIn page, Google Plus page, there is a script to how those pages run. There's a certain way that they all work. So you have to follow that script, you have to follow that. The only thing that changes in them is the content, but the actual layouts, the actual structure, the type of content you can do, it's already there. It's already restricted, and it's already in a certain format, which is great for a lot of people because it means you haven't got to think about too much about what they do. But your website gives you utter freedom, complete freedom to change what you want, and you can change it as many times as you want as well, remember. So at the moment, for instance, Kraken, we're going to be going into stage 3 of our website 5-year plan. So we've already changed the website once, and this was to reflect what our audience we were trying to go for. And then because we're changing the audience we're going for, in terms of in business terms, we're going to be changing it again to make sure that it reflects the actual what we're trying to get to. So it's your website has that power, that ability to be able to change to how you want it to change. So I honestly think that even if you're not you can be on Facebook daily and promote your Facebook and stuff daily, at least make sure that you're doing something on your website weekly, bi-weekly, just to keep it maintained. Keep your SEO going, keep everything flowing. I mean, your marketing is great because it's going to push numbers to your website. So there will be some sort of small knock-on effects because of the amount of numbers your site's getting. But make sure that you don't neglect that site itself, because if you can create good SEO content for your site, get some decent backlinks to your site from companies you work with, from other local businesses, from local business clubs, from all those sort of things, you'll very quickly find in a few years' time that your site will rank high. And I definitely believe that we all need to start thinking about this. Everyone needs to keep doing this. You need to be thinking about your website as a platform, your social media platforms, what are the new platforms coming out, and then obviously figuring out for you where it's working. So for instance, let's taking it back into account Facebook. It's working well on Facebook, but you want to be aware that your audience isn't growing on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and on Instagram, on Insightly. There's a lot to be maintaining, and there's a lot to be doing. So with that said, that's today's one over and done with. I know it's quite a lot to think about. You're like, wow, this is a lot of work that I've got to think about. So what we're going to be doing next week is talking about doing social media strategies, and we're just going to quickly run you through things that are going to help you do posts more often. Tactics that are going to help you understand that you can put 2 hours a month in of actual effort into your social media platform, like in terms of what you want to think about putting out there, and then for a whole month you then won't have to think about in terms of content you put out. Obviously there's not including the interactions back with people, but in terms of the content you're actually putting out. So that's next week's talk. Have a great week, everyone. Oh, before I go, totally forgot, this is Gordy. Gordy is taking over from Jay, and basically we'll be doing account management for me for now, and he is settling really well and is doing a great job. So a big welcome to Gordy, and yeah, he'll be doing, hopefully in the future once he's settled in, we'll be looking to get him to do some content for the site, and if in terms of maybe some blog posts, and we're thinking about maybe doing some podcasts later on down the line about sales and acquisition. So yeah, have a great week everyone, and I'll see you next week.